Good afternoon, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you happen to be in the world. Welcome to Tag Friday, Tag 46. Getting even closer and closer to 52. It's quite scary. So this one is 12th of November. Bit different. It's my birthday on the 14th, so I've decided that I'm going to do something a bit different today, just because I fancy it. I've always wanted to do this. But never done it, so I've decided we're going to do a tag. So what are you going to need today? Well, I don't only collect all sorts of bits and pieces like my threads and things like this, but I collect all sorts of bits and pieces. So plants, flowers, dried things, feathers, shells. I've got jars and jars and jars everywhere. But one of the other things that I love to collect is whenever we go to the beach is driftwood. I have a drawer that is just full of bits of driftwood. From quite big chunky pieces, obviously we're not using that, to lots of little ones, and I just love them. They dry out and they're absolutely gorgeous. Now obviously you might not be able to get to the beach, you might not live near the beach, you might not collect weird things like I do, so these could be twigs out of your garden, it could be a nice walk that you've been on, so you get out, go for a walk, collect some twigs. It could be just sticks, kebab sticks, cocktail sticks, pens and pencils, but it's just something that we're going to wrap. So we're doing wrapping. It is obviously not singing, because it's my birthday and we like to wrap things for people's birthdays. I decided we needed to wrap something. So you're actually not going to need or you will need some actually, but you're not really going to need lots of needles and threads. It's fairly straightforward. I don't know if it's because I'm born at this time of the year, but I love this time of the year, so all the autumnal colours and things like that. So I have pulled out a range of threads. So I've got my thread from Yarndale that I got from Sheepies. I've got some Shishiko threads that I got from Beyond Measure. I've got some of my threads out of my stash, and then I have got some CGT hand dyed threads. I think I got sent these. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, from mother and daughter duo Pam and Katie, and I think Pam and Katie follow the tags. So these are from Australia, so I think somebody in Australia sent me them. Apparently there is a technical way of undoing these, but I'm not sure what it is. I know somebody sent me a link to how you get them off, because you're not meant to just pull them off, I don't think. Anyway, I'll get to that in a second. I've then also got a bit of a quilt that I bought in a bundle. Oh god, I love this. I've had it saved for ages. I just love the fact that it's been worn and it's loved, and oh, somebody obviously loved this quilt. So I like that side. I like the yellow, but I'm going to use quite a lot of yellows, but I just love the worn part of this, so that's what I'm going to use as my base. So as per usual, I'm going to cut myself a piece of fabric so that I have got the right size. And then, I can't believe I'm cutting into this. I was saving it. I don't know what for, but obviously, as I've said this past year, is stop saving things and use them. So it's nice that for my birthday tag, I'm going to use something that I love. Oh god, you could just stick that on. Look at that. You could just stick that on as a tag. It's absolutely beautiful. But oh, you see, now I'm thinking, shall we just say, there you go, there's your tag. Just find something nice and yummy, stick it on, and you're done. But no, I want to play around with these. So I need to get some of my twigs that are going to go onto my tag. Now I wanted to fit 3 on, ideally. So if I turn that one that way, that one and that one. Oh, there we go. That's nice. Or you could do one big one. It's totally up to you as to what you do. So this is what I've done so far. I could just stitch them on and just leave it, but I've wanted to do this wrapping thing for ages, and it's just really easy. It's just getting some threads and just wrap in around your twigs or whatever it is that you've chosen. So I'm going to use a glue stick, so I'm going to pop a bit of glue just on the back of my twig just to get me started. So just pop my thread on. Now what you need to do is make sure that your threads are straight and they lay right next to the one that you've just done. So this would be gorgeous in any type of thread that you've got. Absolutely any type of thread. Let's put a bit more glue on there so I can cut it off. And we're just going to play around just with colours. There we go. These are then going to get stitched onto our tag. So there's my first little bit. Right, I'm going to try and take this off. I know somebody said there's something like there's a hook. I think at last time I had them I just ended up destroying it, and I can't remember who it was, but I know somebody must have got really upset that I'd just destroyed it. And they sent me a link to a video as to how I was actually meant to use them. So I'm sorry if I'm destroying it again. I think I got quite excited because I like the back. Oh, here we go. Ah, right, I get it. So that's meant to stay inside. Right, I'm with it now. There's a little hook that goes through. There's a little hook that goes through. And then you've got your threads. Blooming genius. Oh, and then you can just pull one out. Oh, so clever. Right, let's put a bit more glue on the back. Set the next one off. So you can make these like really wide colours. They could be really narrow, so a variegated thread like this one will be really, really cute. So I'm doing this tag actually a bit early. I'm actually doing this and it's not my birthday at all this weekend, but I wanted to get it done because hopefully I'll be doing something nice this weekend. I hope, if my family are listening. Haha, hint hint. If you haven't planned anything, get planning. I always find birthdays really, really difficult as well. This one actually is, it's weird, isn't it? Birthdays can be really, really funny. So for me, oh, I can't believe it, I'm 49 this year. And it's actually 30 years ago today that my dad walked out on my mum. So my birthday is sort of like a double-edged sword. It's quite nice that it's your birthday, even though I am getting older. But it does just mark the day that, like, my world just fell to pieces and my mum's world just fell to pieces. So they're funny days. I sort of have very mixed emotions about birthdays. I love everybody else's birthday. And I always like to think, oh yeah, I like the idea, yeah, it's my birthday, it's fine, it's my birthday, you're okay, keep going. But then part of me is always a bit like, oh God, it's my birthday. I don't have anything to do with my dad now. He lives in a different country. So I try not to let it bother me. I've had 30 years without him, so oh, it feels like a therapy session this week. It's amazing what you can do when you put your mind to it. 49, God. Where did that go? Where on earth did all that time go? This is quite therapeutic. Oh, I'm like having a therapy birthday. A bit of a challenge then. So while you're doing your tag, talk to yourself. Have a little bit of therapy. Oh, it's my birthday. Go get cake. Treat yourself to a big cake while I'm busy sat here chuntering away. You chunter away too at me. Tell me what's going on. Are you doing something nice this weekend? I know for us in the UK it's autumn, but I'm assuming for some of you it's possibly summer. That would be really weird having November in the summer. But I suppose for everybody that lives and it's hot in November, it'd be very weird having a cold November. Oh, crossed it over. Oh no, go back. That's it. So try not to cross. I'm trying not to cross my threads over because I just want to get them really, really neat. So keep popping them back onto your little tag just to see where you're getting your threads. I'm quite liking this. So I've got a DMC thread. Might just pop a tiny bit of that in. It's a bit reddy, but I think it's quite nice. I've got a little knot there, so I don't want to cover that up. Put a bit of glue on the back. There we go. So it's just something a bit different today. So like I say, you could wrap anything. It doesn't have to be twigs at all. If you're really struggling, you could just roll up rolls of paper. So you might have some really nice paper or some card that you can make into some little tubes that you could wrap up. That's looking cute. They're like little totems. Glue. So if you've got bits that are sticking off, just get a little bit of glue on your finger and just rub it on your end threads. It'll just stick them down, just stop them from sticking out. There we go. I've got my last one. Go yellow first, I think, again. So it's, yeah, just a bit, hopefully something that you'll enjoy doing, a bit different. But obviously, as usual, if this is not your cup of tea and you want to do something different, if you want to do something that's a bit more stitched, you could get some strips of fabric. So you could create some lines of fabric and then do like little satin stitches across to create your stripes. So as usual, there's all sorts of things that you can do. But hopefully you'll join me doing a bit of wrapping. It makes me giggle. That feels like I need to sort of like burst into song. I did do a wrap. Oh my god, that's just reminded me. I did one when I was at my sixth form, when we did A-levels. I did a rap about the teachers. That's so funny. I will have that in a book somewhere. I don't know what I did it for either. No idea. I don't know if it was the end of year thing or something, or I was possibly just bored in a lesson and decided to write a rap like you do when you're sort of 17, 18. Just a little shot of red. So choose your favourite colours. I've gone a bit autumnally. Autumnally? Don't know if that's a word. Autumnal? Autumnal, that's a word. Oh, I'm liking this. This is cute. I can hear Duncan's coming. Oh, that's such a good idea with those threads. That's just genius. Thank you. What a good idea. If you don't collect bits of driftwood, I can guarantee now the next time you go to the beach, you're going to be looking for pieces of driftwood. I use them like for hangings, and I did do some 3D work that used to go on them as well. Around. So if they're coming off, just pop a bit of glue on them, just to hold them in place. Ooh, I'm liking this. I'll hold it up in a second so you can see what we're doing, what I'm doing. If you check out my Instagram this weekend, I'm going to do a birthday giveaway, because I think it's always nice to give on your birthday, especially when you're becoming a bit of an old fart. You're not that bothered about birthdays. It's a big one next year, 50. Gosh. Just imagine this time next year. I'll probably still be talking to you and we'll be doing next year's challenge. That'll be crazy. Stick down. So I'm using Pritt Stick rather than a wet glue because I want to be able to stitch them on. So there we've got my little wrapped twigs. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is choose one of my threads and use that to stitch them down. So I'm just going to sort of couch them onto the surface. That's a blunt needle, that'll not be much good. Nice needle. If you use one of your colours, you can then just blend it in with what you're doing. Probably could do with going and washing my hands because they're a little bit gluey. Okay. Oh, sticky fingers. Oh, right, okay. Let's move those to one side, pick that one up. So all I'm going to do now is come and couch this on, but try and make it look like this is wrapped round. So I'm just adding another colour. Couple of lines of that colour just at the top. That's that one. So try and keep your colours close together. So I'm sort of tucking it in behind the twig. I just come a bit further down. So if I want to travel down, I'm just going to run my needle down my quilt. There we go. And then do a couple down here. And you could change colours each time if you want to, or just build this into your actual design. There we go, that's the first one. Can't remember which way I want this. I think it was the other way. I know that one's definitely going there. There we go, move it down a bit. Move that one down. So I've got the same colour here, so I'll do it as if this is added on to this bit. Try not to pull your backing fabric too much, because you can end up distorting it. So I'm coming sort of in at an angle in from the back and then going back in. There we go. I love this. I knew I'd like it. I've wanted to do wrapped twigs for so long. I say so, I am talking like a long time. I'd seen them ages ago and just never got round to doing any, even though I have got a lot of twigs and branches and bits of wood. So it's just nice to do something that you've wanted to do. So it's like, yay, happy birthday to me. Getting to play around. It's just like the perfect birthday. If it wasn't actually my birthday, but it's always in a couple of days. There we go. Do a couple more. So I can't wait to see what you decide to wrap. Could do anything. I don't mind. Just the main thing is chunter away while you're doing it. Clear the air. It's Friday. Nice to have clear air for the weekend. And then go treat yourself to something. Get a piece of cake. Get a coffee. Have a gin and tonic. Do something lovely this weekend. Spoil yourself. You deserve it. Okay, let's tie that off. There we go. So we're ready now to stick it onto my tag. Scissors. Okay, so because it's a bit heavier, I'm just going to pop a bit more glue on my tag this week just to make sure it does definitely not move. Here we go, and then I'll stitch that onto the back like we normally do. There we have it, my wrapped threads, my wrapped tag, ready for my birthday. Hope you enjoy wrapping whatever you decide to wrap. Tell me a story about yourself while you're doing it. It'll make me feel like I'm not sat here chatting to myself, even though I am chatting to myself. So I hope everybody has an absolutely amazing weekend. Make the most of it wherever you are, and I will see you next week. Happy stitching and love and hugs from me. Mwah!